harbingers of war, with their nature revealed and our chances flowing by.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations.
If you're going to mention Stephen King in a horror kind of game and not reference any of his horror antagonists such as Pennywise or Jack Torrance, it's a sin on its own. Although later in the game Alan does use a simile from The Shining, but it wasn't good enough.
Remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer.
Oh, look at that. The game reminds the player what game they're playing. Get used to me mentioning this. It does this more than once.
I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream.
The "it began in a dream" cliche.
Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late.
This man stood right in the middle of the road like a statue. How did you not see him when you weren't distracted by anything such as cell phone or anything else? If you look at the hood of the engine of the car, you can see smoke coming out of it. Hitting a person with a car is nowhere near enough to damage the engine of any vehicle. I get the game is forcing you to walk instead of driving, but either way, it's a sin. So out of all the streetlights, this one turns on out of nowhere. Yes, the game is pretty much giving you a tutorial while giving you all the stereotypical horror treatments like hitting a random guy in the middle of the dark road, lights turning on out of nowhere, and a narrator explaining his presence. Let's talk about the running system in this game. Alan is a fit looking man. Later he will be doing everything beyond his ability to fight the dark supernatural entity that will be haunting him for the entire game. He will only run for a very, very short time, while his buddy Barry, who is very obese looking, and never stops running. Tell me how that makes sense.
I had to go to the lighthouse.
That shit is so far away. I wish someone would have warned me this game was a walking simulator. Yes, a walking simulator, because this guy can't run more than 5 seconds it seems. John.
How does it feel to die by the hands of your own creation?
Well, he's not dead. You won't be killing him, not even close. So there's no point on asking him that question. So how does this make sense? If I aim the flashlight at the Taken, it uses up the battery at a speed where using that battery is completely useless. But if I let go of the trigger, I stop aiming and the battery charges when it's clearly still on.
Alan, wake up.
If you were to take a shot every time you hear "Alan, wake up" in this game, you won't make it by tomorrow.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up.
Jesus, I get this game was released in 2010, but what's up with the fucked up design for these characters and audio sync? I feel like I'm watching Totally Spies from the early 2000s.
Still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake. Alan Wake. Oh, God. I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl?
Who the hell gets excited to meet a famous author? I met Jerry Spinelli before and I didn't crack like this woman.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
There is literally no reason why I can't push that cart to the side and make some room to go through.
Oh. Mr. Stuckey?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to
A random ass old lady looking suspicious as hell handing me some things with that kind of tone is clear proof that she will be the antagonist in this game.
and to meet your wife. I insist.
Had I been Alan for this moment, I would have been like, oh, that's your cabin? No thank you, I will be going somewhere else.
Change the lights at the station, it's been too long already.
And Sarah will not change the lights at the station because that shit will be turned off anyway.
Alice, what is this?
You clearly see it's a typewriter. But my question is, why is Alice giving Alan a typewriter? He made it clear he wants to take a break from writing at the very least. So you're gonna tell me Alan is capable of surviving that? If you look at it closely, you see it pushing Alan away. Yes, it damaged Alan a little bit, but come on now. He should have been crushed.
My head pounded with the concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside of...
Alan just said he never fired a gun, but yet he uses every weapon he gets and handles it perfectly fine with impeccable precision. Oh look, the game telling me what game I'm playing. Again.
I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
So Alice gives Alan a typewriter and Alan flips out for no reason. The game recapped everything that happened in the previous episode. As if we don't know what happened.
Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
Alan sounds like he's reading from a script. I mean, he sounds like he's telling his wife a story as if she's a 3-year-old girl. How about you sound genuine and not as if reading from one of your books?
Wake, any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how you feeling?
So you're going to ask him how is he feeling in 2 different ways and not find out how he is feeling. Doctor of the Years, ladies and gentlemen.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
It's funny that he mentioned it. I mean, Alan's phone never had a problem with the battery, nor will he need to charge his phone after this again.
Happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing.
Actually, the one arguing was you. For no reason, might I add. She got you a gift and you overreacted tremendously and stormed out of the cabin.
The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Well, if it's not good, it's bad, which of course is going to be the opposite of good. I don't think the devs knew what they were saying during this particular scene.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI. Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
That was the fakest throw I've ever seen. That lamp barely made a sound when they hit the floor. Also, smart move, Alan. How about you don't risk breaking anything that gives you light and can most definitely save your life from the taken?
Here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al.
How the fuck do I still hear Barry from here?
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must. The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far.
How come Rusty never had any source of light? Yes, he told Alan where the power was able to be turned on, but since he knew about the Taken and the Dark Entity, why the hell did he stay alone in the dark? His death was so predictable that even that dog saw it coming. Poor dog.
Who? Hurt yourself, Park. License!
So that entity pretty much takes every form it kills, right? How come it never shaped itself as that dog it killed a minute ago?
What? What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
And you're just calling now. Barry, that dark entity you saw happened almost 10 minutes ago. You're a little late on the phone call. I see this game also follows the rule of 3 cliche. One thing I don't understand about this game is why would someone just place ammo for revolvers, shotguns, rifles, or even batteries in a little storage out in the woods? Saving the hero at the nick of time cliche.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
Yeah, the flashlight will keep them away, but they're very limited. Also, the flashlight is what helps the most. Battery somehow recharges when it's still on, meaning it's an unlimited source of light, unlike the flare which only manages to make the enemy walk away for 5 to 10 seconds. But the flashlight's kid stuff.
Yeah, but let's move! I lost my gun back there. Oh, I've got...
How do you lose your gun when you have it with you? The only thing that happened was you falling out of the cart. Your gun never fell off the cliff nor someone took it. This is only the game forcefully removing it from you to give you a hard time. I'm up for a challenge, but at least have some common sense if you're going to fuck the player over.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her up.
So if you've read everything, you should know Alan doesn't have the entire manuscript at this moment. Also, you should have known Alan was going to rock you so hard that the wooden rail behind you would have broke, causing both of you to fall. That's fair, Wake. Just let him run as if he's the one that punched you. How did you manage to lose him when he was right in front of you?
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
I know.
See you soon.
Barry, how did you not realize the way she was speaking to you? Obviously something is wrong with her. Also, how would she know anything about Alan's script? Why would she have it with her? Are these not questions that would come to mind?
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
Oh yeah, tell how she handles her bills, says how she is as a person, bring us to her trailer, and then you ask what we want with Rose? If Alan and Barry were assassins, goodbye, Rose.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, hold on. Not only that these two haven't realized how insanely odd Rose is acting, but they also drank from her coffee? I don't see anyone with common sense doing this.
All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
Well, if you were to have any common sense, you would have realized that way before drinking her coffee.
God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
Well, obviously she is unharmed physically. Alan is only a writer and is unable to damage Rose mentally. So it seems Alan has nothing to do with Rose and her state of mind. I'm speaking for myself, but fuck this part. Can someone explain to me how the fuck Alan survives this?
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman.
Character wakes up to a dream realizing it's not what they thought it was. Cliche.
I did. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
And you still have that bandage on your nose.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message.
Pussy. You're clearly very capable of punching him in the face when someone isn't there to back him up, aren't you?
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot.
Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea.
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here.
Doc, you went out of your way to bring him here while he was unconscious. Lied to him, telling him that Alice, his wife, drowned. Telling Alan he is confused and his brain will have him think he's not wrong when clearly some dark supernatural shit is definitely happening. Lying to him to have him finish his story, as if he's not going through enough shit as it is. Alan clearly shows he's inexperienced when it comes to weapon handling. He points the gun straight to his face with his arm fully straightened out. Had the doc know how to disarm Alan, that gun would have been pointed towards Alan. Also, Alan keeps taking his eyes off the doc.
Hey, come on! We gotta get going! I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there!
So Barry is outside the gate. He was inside, but somehow the gates are locked. How did Barry get through? Did the gates close when Barry was outside? Well, since the game didn't specify on that, it's getting this.
Stuff like this, it helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
You're the one driving, dumbass. What do you mean, look out? So you're going to tell me Barry and Alan got separated when they were both in the car?
God damn it, Al, talk to me!
I lost my gun.
Also, Alan loses his weapons but not his flashlight? Yeah, I see bullshit when I see it. What the fuck is the point of removing the weapons from me when I'm going to find another revolver in the middle of the forest along with ammo and most likely a rifle, a shotgun, and a bunch of flare and flashbangs? It truly makes no sense.
Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
Now, I've seen a lot of bullshit in video games, but this has to be top 5 out of all the video games I've played.
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry. This is... Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, sure, why not? Your wife is mysteriously missing. You're risking your life trying to find her. The Taken will literally rip you to pieces if you're not using any source of light. Yeah, just drink your whole night with moonshine. It's not like you need to be completely sober or anything. Previously on Alan Wake.
Let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, alright?
So you're going to tell me Alan and Barry were both arrested and both placed in the same jail cell? That is something that wouldn't happen in real life, especially if they're both arrested for murder or running away when they were told not to.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
That goes for the flashlight, every weapon I already had, along with every bit of flare and flashbang. Now I have to get all that again.
Jail now? Al, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
Barry, you did not throw up. Nothing came out of your mouth. Debs, you thought you were gonna get away with this? Not from me.
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
Just because you read a murder scene from his story isn't exactly evidence that you can use against him. You would think the FBI would know that.
Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap.
Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead...
Wait a minute. I know this.
So you read the part with the murder, but you don't read the part where the taking literally takes you.
I know this.
Oh my god!
Light.
That is not the reaction I expect from you.
We're going to fetch our ride, but I have friends who need to be warned about this, and I can't be in two places at once. I need your help.
Well, okay.
Hey Barry, weren't you hungover a few minutes ago? You sound just fine to me.
Jail now? Al. Al, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
You know what's great about this game? The hypocrisy. How? Well, you, the player, have to shine the light at the taken until the meter is exposed, which then you'll be able to shoot and kill them. Oh, but Sarah over here, she just aims and shoots without having to wait.
I have a key. Watch my back, Wake.
You have a key, but it's taking you a couple minutes to open the damn door. Even if you're the sheriff, why the fuck do you have a gate that opens to a random part of town? There is literally nothing beyond this gate.
This pipe will take us directly to the well-lit room.
Okay, I need to call my friends, tell them where we're going.
Hello? Al!
Barry, we're headed to the dam in one of the pipes. Meet us there.
Okay, I'll tell Sarah.
It's Sarah now?
Well, to be honest, you never asked for her real name.
Whoa! No! For the sweet love of...
Something suddenly happens to the characters in interest cliche.
Barry! We gotta go see if they're okay.
They're probably dead. You must reach the well-lit room. This is no time to be a selfish idiot.
You mean selfless? How is risking his life for his friend and Sarah being selfish? Doesn't really make sense, does it?
Well, be a fool. I'll use the pipe. I'll meet you at the dam if you make it.
What the fuck was that? It's funny how you have to hold the B button signifying Alan is holding the button to open the gate up ahead. The thing is, Alan is just pressing the button, making it look odd when I'm actually holding the button and he's just pressing it. Wow, can you get any more convenient? A giant cylinder-shaped tank drops literally out of nowhere just to block Alan from going inside.
Enough. You will go no further.
I will go no further, but you clear the way for me to go further. Here we go again. The game reminded the player what game they're playing even when they're close to finishing the damn game.
I'm going back to the lake to finish this. I'm going to write an ending to the story in the manuscript on my own terms, to make it all right.
Why can't you just write it here?
The last page is still in the typewriter. I need to read it first. Everything needs to be just right. Zane tried to cut some corners, and it didn't end well.
Okay, ready when you are.
I'm sorry, sir.
There was no reason why Alan needed to point the gun at her. He could have just said he needed to do this alone without the damn gun. Anyone notice how Sarah looks identical to Alice? How Rose looks like both of them? I guess the devs didn't have much creativity nor the right budget and chose the cheaper option. How the hell is Barry powering those Christmas lights? It's not connected to any power source. Someone please explain to me, what is the point of blocking this road when I can still drive around it? Oh, right. As if that bus wouldn't crush that car along with Alan. Overall, this was a good game. One thing I can't stand in the game is when you have a cliffhanger and the devs never finish off the story. Sure, the devs were unable to make the sequel fans always wanted back then, but no one can tell me it's not possible right now.